World History Timeline 1794. In 1794, the United States experienced a number of events. One of them was Whiskey Rebellion. President Washington mobilized a federal army to suppress the rebellion. Armed Pennsylvanians attacked and burnt General John Neville's home at Bower Hill. As an early federal tax collector, he was a central figure in the Whiskey Rebellion. On November 19th, the United States and Great Britain signed the Jay Treaty to resolve issues left over from the American Revolutionary War. The establishment of the University of Tennessee in Knoxville also occurred in this year. The founding of Fort Wayne in Indiana was another event. Fort Wayne was built in 1794 by the United States Army under the direction of American Revolutionary War General Anthony Wayne. President George Washington signed the Naval Act of 1794 on March 27, 1794. The act established the United States Navy and authorized the construction of 6 frigates. Important events in Britain. Battle of the Glorious 1st of June. The first major naval battle of the French Revolutionary Wars, fought on June 1, 1794. The British defeated the French fleet in a battle to intercept a grain convoy from the United States. Battle of Port-au-Prince. British troops captured Port-au-Prince in Haiti from the French in June 1794. Siege of Calvi. Horatio Nelson, British naval commander, lost his right eye during the Siege of Calvi in Corsica in July 1794. Ratcliffe Fire. In July 1794, this fire destroyed over 400 homes in London's East End. It was the biggest fire in London between the Great Fire of 1666 and the Blitz of 1940. Enlistment Act 1794. Passed in May 1794, this act allowed foreigners to join the British Army. Popgun plot was an alleged conspiracy to assassinate King George III with a poisoned dart in September 1794. For members of the London Corresponding Society planned to assassinate King George III by means of a poisoned dart fired from an airgun. They were arrested and acquitted of treason. Significant events in France. Abolition of slavery. On February 4, 1794, the French Republic outlawed slavery in its colonies. Thermidorian reaction. The Thermidorian reaction was a coup d'état that took place in France on July 27, 1794. It marked the end of the Reign of Terror and the beginning of a more conservative period during the French Revolution. On July 27, 1794, Maximilien Robespierre and his followers were arrested and executed by guillotine. This event marked the end of the Reign of Terror and the collapse of revolutionary fervor. The Ventos Decrees were proposed on February 26, 1794. These decrees would have confiscated the property of exiles and opponents of the revolution. March 30, 1794, the arrest and execution of Georges Danton and Camille Desmoulins occurred. May 10, 1794, Louis XVI's sister, Madame Elizabeth, is executed. Let's see what occurred in Canada. Construction of a vessel. Baranoff built the first vessel in northwestern America at Voskresensky on Kenai. Publication of public accounts. Public accounts were published for the first time for the information of taxpayers. Events in India in 1794. Battle of Padmanabham. British Colonel Pendergast fought the Raja of Vizianagaram Kingdom in this battle. First primary school in India. Missionary William Carey opened the first primary school in India at his own expense. Second Rohilla War. This war took place in 1794. The Second Rohilla War was a conflict between the Kingdom of Awadh and East India Company and the Rohillas of Rampur State in 1794. Jaipur and Travancore came under British protection. These regions came under British protection in 1794 and 1795, respectively. William Carey lived in the Sundarbans for 3 months in 1794. He built a bamboo hut and cultivated some rent-free land. He also moved to Mudnabadi to manage an indigo factory for 5 years. In 1794, a Portuguese slave ship left Mozambique for Brazil, but the ship broke apart on reefs near Cape Town, South Africa. The ship was carrying between 400 and 500 enslaved people. The Portuguese captain, crew, and half of the slaves survived, but an estimated 212 slaves died in the sea. In 1794, Mexico experienced some events too. Anticlericalism. The government enacted anti-clerical legislation that restricted religious orders, banned the Jesuits, and removed uncooperative priests. Resistance to the legislation was punished, and some bishops were deposed. Castillo de San Joaquin. A brick-covered adobe with 15 embrasures was completed in December of 1794 and named the Castillo de San Joaquin. It became the first coastal defensive structure on North America's west coast. Birth of Antonio López de Santa Anna. Antonio López de Santa Anna was born on February 21, 1794 in Jalapa, Veracruz. He was a Mexican soldier, politician, and caudillo who served as the 8th president of Mexico on multiple occasions between 1833 and 1855. He also served as vice president of Mexico from 1837 to 1839. Iran. In 1794, Agha Mohammad Khan Qajar established the Qajar dynasty and became the Shah of Iran. This event marked the end of the Zand dynasty and the beginning of a period of stability for Iran. Agha Mohammad Khan Qajar defeated Lutf Ali Khan, the last Zand ruler, and re-established Iranian control of the Caucasus. He also moved the capital of Iran to Tehran. Japan. In 1794, Japan experienced several events, including the production of woodblock prints by Tōshūsai Sharaku. Tōshūsai Sharaku was a woodblock print artist who created over 140 prints of kabuki actors, sumo wrestlers, and warriors between May 1794 and February 1795. His prints are considered to be among the finest of the 18th century. His prints are preserved in museums around the world, including the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Museum of Fine Arts Boston, and the British Museum. Colombia. In 1794, Antonio Nariño translated and published the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen in Santa Fe de Bogotá, Colombia. This event is considered a precursor to Colombia's independence. Nariño was a wealthy merchant and political activist from Bogotá, Colombia. His translation and distribution of the Declaration helped inspire the revolutions for independence in Latin America. Denmark. Christiansborg Palace burned down in 1794 and had to be abandoned as a royal residence. Instead, the king and the crown prince moved to Amalienborg Palace. Sweden. March 27th, Sweden and Denmark signed a neutrality treaty to protect trade. August 1st, a royal decree banned coffee, which was a popular drink among all classes. November 1st, Sweden's first semaphore line was established. Artillery regiments created. The Gotha Artillery Regiment, the Svea Artillery Regiment, and the Wendies Artillery Regiment were all created. Germany. In 1794, Germany saw several events related to the French Revolutionary Wars, including battles, the establishment of a national religion, and dechristianization. Battle of Kaiserslautern. On May 23, 1794, Prussian and Saxon forces defeated a French Republican division in Kaiserslautern. Battle of Tournai. In April and May 1794, the French attacked the Allies' positions west of Tournai. Battle of Fleurus. In June 1794, the French army invested the fortress of Charleroi, but was driven back by an Austrian-Dutch force. Battle of Praga. In 1794, the Russians assaulted Praga, the easternmost community of Warsaw, during the Kosciuszko Uprising. Russia events in 1794. Battle of Ratcliffe, April 4th, 1794. The Battle of Ratcliffe was one of the first battles of the Kosciuszko Uprising against Russia. Warsaw Uprising, April 17th to 19th, 1794. A Polish victory over the Russian Empire in the Polish capital. Siege of Warsaw, July 13th to September 6th, 1794, a joint Russian and Prussian siege that ended with a Polish victory. Battle of Sexikosiny. The Battle of Sexikosiny was fought on June 6th, 1794 near the town of Sexikosiny, Lesser Poland, between Poland and the combined forces of the Russian Empire and Kingdom of Prussia. Battle of Chelm. The Battle of Chelm was fought on June 8, 1794 between Poland and the combined forces of the Russian Empire and Prussia. Battle of Brest. The Battle of Brest, also known as the Battle of Tiraspol, took place between Russian imperial forces and Polish rebels southwest of Brest, near the village of Tiraspol, present-day Belarus, on September 19, 1794. It was part of the Kosciuszko Uprising. Battle of Maciejas. The Battle of Maciejas was fought on October 10, 1794, between Poland and the Russian Empire during the Polish Uprising of 1794. The Kosciuszko Uprising was a failed attempt to liberate the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth from external influence. We hope you have enjoyed watching this video. See you soon.